Hello and welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new. My name's Addie and today we are back with another speed build. Today we are building, so these are actually tiny townhomes. I think that's in the, I don't know why I said they're actually, as if like it's not in the title. Anyway, so these are tiny townhouses, good lord. For the Pleasant sisters, and I actually really love them. I think they're super cute. So this one that we're working on right now is for, I'm spacing her name. I don't know. Not Lilith. What's her name? Angela. And she has this sort of like cute pastel vibe going for her like her side, if you will. And she ends up running a small business on her side. So she ends up having like a painting, because she's got an art history degree. So I decided to have her do like a painting small business. And then I'm also realizing that it's like the first day of fall in here. So some of the trees are not like as green as they normally would be, but that's okay. It's still cute. And then I really tried to sort of like get her color scheme in the house. So we've got pink wallpaper and then a yellow front door. And then on Lilith's side, we've got sort of this like black on black kind of vibe going on. And then I do give them each like a chimney kind of vibe. And I think it's cute. Actually, I don't think I think I do the little dormer things rather than the chimney on Angela's side. And then we come in here, and that's where I'm checking that she has an art history degree. And this is where I decided to do a small business. And I decided to use the tabletop check-in because I felt like it was just, I don't know, I thought it was better. And I assume that they're okay to be out, because the other ones are okay to be out like in the world, like without cover, but I don't actually know that 110%. So if they break, I apologize. If they don't break, great. And then I decided to get rid of these gates because I was like, oh, I'm gonna need room for the whiteboard. I started putting these, so I was like, oh, well, she's gonna be in the art history, she's probably painting for the degree. And then I decided that I didn't want to do that, and I decided to do easels over there instead of like her selling stuff. And I decided to do, this is not a limited pack build, by the way, in case you were curious. There in this single screenshot, there is Island Living, there is Island Living, Businesses and Hobbies, Horse Ranch, Blooming Rooms, Eco Lifestyle. I don't remember what the fence is from. So there's just like a lot of stuff. And then she actually has like kind of a small classroom. Cats and dogs now. You get the vibes. So she actually has kind of a small classroom. I did, so there is 5 technically, but only 4 formally set up for the actual class itself. And then I'm just hanging in some more plants because I wanted like more, just like more plants in this little wall here. So I added some of my own. They're the same. It's just a repeat. And then we are moving this plant so that you can actually like put stuff around the place. Um, and then I decided to change the easels from the dark brown to the lighter brown, and I feel like that works a lot better. And then some more seating, because I imagine that like your Sims are mostly going to be painting. Like if they're here, they're going to be painting. But I did want to have like some options um, for like stuff, you know? There's nothing else for your Sims to do when they come to this small business. So, if you don't want to paint, you probably won't be coming here. But this is a good place to come to have like a free easel that you could use, because there are free easels that you can use. And one thing that you might notice is that I'm not actually sizing things up or down as much in this build, and that's because I have been playing a lot of Planet Zoo like on my own time, and so I have gotten used to the fact that in Planet Zoo you cannot size anything up or down. So I just haven't. I just am not. And then we are going around with some terrain paint, and then we will be moving on to Lilith's house. And I did something kind of sneaky here in the back, which we will do at the very end. But it's like with some like items and some like activities for the sisters, which I guess your Sims could use if they came here for like the small business. But anyway, so we did put some toilet stalls over on the side because it would be really inconvenient to have your customers use your personal bathroom. So I just figured that like she's not really gonna want that. And so I put like a toilet stall, kind of like outdoor toilet in the corner. And it's like on the path, so it looks like you could access it from the like sidewalk. Because in my head, like the people who live and visit this in this neighborhood are very close. Just because 4 of the 5 lots are all on this sidewalk right here, so just having them all pretty close makes sense. And I figured that like you could go to the community center, you could go to the painting class, you could go to the park, you could, so there's like more to do. Lilith does not have very much going on her front porch. It's very small. I also put this like no ghost sign because I felt like she probably did not want visitors, dead, alive, or otherwise. So I put that out there because it felt right. Now we are moving inside, and I figured that I would make the layout kind of similar. But we do end up getting like a lot of windows, and the space is like really open for Angela in comparison to Lilith. Lilith has more of a closed off floor plan. Lilith also does not have like a formal living room, whereas if you moved into Angela's, you could. Because this is because this is a small business lot, it can't also be a dual like a 2-unit lot. Like you can't make it into like apartments, for example. So just bear that in mind. If you don't have businesses and hobbies and you do have for rent, you could turn this into a 2-unit apartment. I don't know that I would really call it an apartment because it's not, but you could turn it into like a 2-unit situation. I decided to not do that. And also one other thing about Angela's side is that it's very like blue and orange, because I was trying to do the color scheme of the bed and it is very blue and orange. So there's a bright orange wall on one side, and then we use this Parenthood wallpaper all over the rest of the walls. because it's like kind of pastel-y blue. And then we do get a desk, because that's helpful. I tried to cram as much into Angela's side as possible because in my head, that's the side that you would want to use. Um, because it feels more open, you know? So she's got a TV that you can watch from in bed. She's got a keyboard, a computer, an easel. She's got a full kitchen. Granted, it is kind of a small full kitchen, but it is a full kitchen. And I'm realizing as I'm watching this that in order for it to be functional, you actually have to delete the stove. Because your Sims can't cook on the stove. Like in real life, you could just cook on the stove. Like you could just chop on the stove and then move everything off to the side and then turn on the stove. But that's not how that works in The Sims. So you would have to delete that in order to make it functional. I just did not think about that when I was building it. I was like, oh yeah, they have enough space. No, they don't. Anyway, so then I'm over here and I'm trying to figure out what stuff I want to put on the walls. And I was gonna do this in like a pictured version, and I just did not like, I don't like the picture versions unless I'm using it as a picture. So I didn't do that. And then we got some of the magnets, and I got the death frog because I thought it was cool. And then I did imagine that she probably had some ceramics that she had made. Nothing like too extravagant, just like some stuff. And then we do have a couple of postcards on there as well because they do slot to the magnet board. The magnets do not slot to the cork board because cork boards are not magnetic. But I just out of science, I did test it. So that is kind of similar. That is almost done. We're finishing up this tiny little corner over here. I think I just put it like a plant. I put some plants in the corner. Some of the hanging plants from Nifty Knitting, which I honestly love these plants. I think they're super cute. And then we do get some white curtains because I felt like it was just a lot of color. Moving on in here, we have a kind of bright tile. I like doing brightly colored bathrooms. I know that a lot of people are like blue, serene, and the most common color that I use for my bathrooms is pink. Like, I don't know what it is. I just really like pink bathrooms. But hers is blue. Hers is blue. I tried yellow and I was not vibing with it. So I just didn't vibe with it. In here we are moving on to Lilith's room, Lilith's side. The wallpaper situation, I was not really sure what I wanted for her because in my head, like she's got this kind of dark color scheme going on, but I also didn't want it to be like so dark, you know? So yeah, anyway, we've got the same situation in here where you'll have to delete the stove in order for it to be functional, and then put back a cabinet in order for it to be functional. But it is a full kitchen, kind of. So yeah, you could also delete the table. You could delete the table and put like counters over there, and then put like a couple of bar stools and just have one open for cooking. That would work as well. It's just a matter of like how much do you want to do? Because deleting the stove and putting a cabinet is far less work than deleting everything and putting in 5 items. One for one is easier than 3 for 5. And then in here we're on to the bedroom, and I put this frame TV. I felt like it kind of worked for her. And then I don't know if this is just me, but when I was kind of living in my bedroom, I had dishes just like around. And I also eat like in front of the TV, which is probably bad. Like you should probably not eat while you are watching TV, but I think that a lot of people do that. Um, and I put that in her bedroom. And also a lot of people like watch TV before they go to bed, which you shouldn't do as well, but people do that. So I put that in there. I felt like it was kind of the most reasonable. And I was gonna put a chess table back there, and I just decided not to. Or up there, like on her pathway, because I felt like it was just not. I felt like it was a little bit weird. And then over here, we put the um, chess table in the back because it's super helpful to have a chess table in The Sims. Like, it just is. So I decided to do that, and then I made Angela's side the kind of pastel color, and Lilith's side has a different chair that's darker. And then we're going around and putting in some lights and finishing up Lilith's bathroom, just kind of getting some last minute touches. I did give her a smaller window. I'm not sure if she would enjoy that personally, but I don't particularly care because I don't plan on playing with her. And frankly, your Sims don't care if there is a window in the bathroom or not. But on that note, we are finishing up a couple of things, and then it is available on the gallery, but if you liked it, if you would like and subscribe, that would really mean a lot, and I will see all of you next time. Bye now.